Pick up a BLT. Can I pick you up anything? As you wish. Just call me if you change your mind.
I'll pick up the tab on that BLT.
Well, may I ask why?
We're friends, right?
Well, you have seen me in my skivvies. But perhaps that's where the offer stems from? You were trying to recruit me for round 2 of our infamous striptease?
While I admire your bump and grind a lot, it's your private eye prowess I'm after.
Oh, well, what can I do for you, Mr. Dubois?
I need to get the lowdown on a certain someone.
Does a certain someone have a name?
Dr. Britt Westmore.
It's just hard to keep loving someone who doesn't love you back.
He will fall in love with you when his child is born.
Except, we both know this isn't his child. Patrick isn't the father of the baby I'm carrying.
Hey.
Hey.
You're here.
Yeah. Anna called me and said that she and Duke are going to keep Emma for the evening.
Ah.
So, here.
Oh, thank you.
You look like you use that. I let myself in. Is that all right?
It's more than all right. It's perfect.
Hey, you know, it turns out I've already been intending to do a little research on Dr. Westbourne myself.
What, you doing a thesis on evil? Or are you personally affected?
My girlfriend.
Ellie got bridge slapped?
I'm not entirely sure of what that means, but I am pretty convinced that Dr. Westbourne cheated Ellie out of a much-deserved promotion. She influenced the committee to give the position to
Brad. We were wondering how he became lab manager.
Yes, and I it's not proven, but I suspect that Brad performed 1 or 2 underhanded favors in exchange for the coveted position. So,
But you don't know specifically what he did for the bridge.
I'm sorry. Before we go forward, bridge. It's a hybrid, right, between Brit
And the obvious,
Oh,
yeah.
fair
Now,
enough.
now, about these favors.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the answer lies in an unattainable file.
File? There's a file?
Well, Brad had it hidden in the lab, and Ellie was trying to acquire it, but stealth is not her strong suit.
He caught her.
Yeah, and so now I assume the file is disappeared, if not destroyed.
I have an idea what might be in it. I think Brad might have helped the bridge pull a fast one with the paternity test to make Patrick think that she's really carrying his baby.
Shame on you, Britta. Why would you even speak those words?
Because they're true. This isn't Patrick's child. The only reason why I told him it was is because I wanted to get him back. It's not working.
You exaggerate.
No. The one time he registered anything but disinterest was when I let him feel the baby kick. It was so trite I could have killed someone.
But don't you see? It had its desired effect.
No, he still can't stand me.
When you made your announcement at the nurses' ball, I watched Patrick's face. Yes, there was shock. But behind that
Disgust.
But behind that mask of outrage, there hid a tendril of joy. You may not have seen it, but Mutter did. And it was in that moment I knew he would fall in love with this baby. And look, it's proving to be true. One kick, and Patrick was sold.
On a baby that's not his.
So, he never needs to know that.
Thank you for this.
Anytime.
It worked. It brought me luck. Franco's surgery was a success, and he's gonna make it.
Well, I have a feeling it had more to do with you than my mother's stethoscope. But a guardian angel never hurt. Hey, you're usually so pumped after a procedure like this. What's going on?
While Franco was in recovery, we found out that he's a donor match for Danny Morgan.
That's great news, right?
Well, it would be if I hadn't spotted some potentially cancerous cells during the surgery.
So then Franco's marrow could be useless.
They finally get some hope, and it may all be for nothing.
Sam must be losing her mind.
I know exactly how she feels. I went through the same thing.
Emma's sick as a baby?
We didn't talk about this, did we? Emma She wasn't planned at all.
But women who are HIV positive, they need to be extra careful about
And
getting
Robin
pregnant.
was. Emma was the result of a broken condom. Yeah.
Patrick, that must have been terrifying.
Yeah, in some ways it was. I mean, Robin wasn't prepared for pregnancy. She hadn't gone through the recommended steps. But I remember it clear as day, you know, the ups and downs, the joy, and that we're gonna have a baby that could...
Could potentially contract HIV.
Yeah.
9 months is a long time to hold your breath.
Yeah, but I let it out the second that they put that beautiful, screaming bundle of love in my arms. I mean...
It was love at first sight.
For 1 second, everything in the world was just perfect until I noticed this little nick on her ear.
Oh my God.
I thought of her suffering and losing.
Well, how long did it take you guys to get the results?
Well, it felt like eternity, but once they told us that Emma was going to be okay, it was a feeling that I'd never felt before in my life. You know, you hear parents say that there's nothing that it wouldn't do for their baby, and it's... God, she's got my heart.
And so will Britt's baby.
No matter how I feel about Britt, I'm gonna love this baby just as much as I love Emma.
You say Patrick doesn't need to know that this baby isn't his, but you know that Sabrina and Felix are working against me.
Haven't I been helping you take care of the obnoxious snooping? That's why they couldn't trap you with that paternity test.
Thanks for that save, by the way.
Child's play. Swapping out Patrick's DNA with that of the true father. Now no one, not even those incompetent nurses, have reason to be suspicious.
I don't know, I have a feeling.
Now squash it. Results don't lie. And neither does that insufferable lab tech.
Ellie?
She ran the tests herself. And according to her, Patrick Drake is the father. Ellie has no idea the DNA had been switched. And everyone trusts that egg-headed redhead.
I'm not sure where you get your information, but the incomparable Ellie Trout performed the paternity test on the Britch's child, and my girlfriend is above reproach.
Look at you, all up in arms for your woman. Trust, I know Ellie's legit. Brad had recently come over to the light side, but when this test was done, he was thick as thieves with Britt.
So you suspect him?
Well, he had motive, but not proximity. I lured him into the locker room to let him watch me take a shower. Unclench. He didn't know that I knew he was doing it.
That makes it better?
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay, so if he wasn't in the vicinity, how could he have tampered with the paternity test?
Well, he's playing this close, but I managed to put the squeeze on him, so to speak, and he coughed up one true thing.
Which was?
That they're hiding something, and it has to do with that baby.
Did he give you any hints?
Well, as a matter of fact, Brad said someone's in on it with her, and that person knows the truth.
And who's that?
Her mother.
Though things are moving in the right direction, you cannot let down your guard.
I know.
I mean it, Britta. As you just said, that puddle Sabrina and her sidekick are out for blood, and you must remain vigilant.
I will. It's just...
What? You don't have the energy? Please. Why does everyone treat pregnancy like some disability?
My body is fine. It's my heart.
Ah, how American.
Handle.
We're going to discuss your feelings now. What's wrong?
We've set this in motion, and it's affecting a lot of people. And I'm sorry. I can't help it. I feel guilty.
Britt's mother is her partner in crime?
That's what Brad said.
Well, how can you be sure he's not just covering for himself?
I can't, not 100%, but honest Brad is way different than oily Brad. Human, almost. I mean, don't get me wrong, Brad's been involved in some shady biz, but Britch's mother is the keeper of all things Drake, baby.
Well, if the baby even is a Drake.
Bingo.
Right, so who is she?
Who?
Brit's maternal unit.
You know, you have a really funny way of talking.
Well, the sentiment is indeed returned.
See, that's just the thing. We have no idea. We don't even know a name.
That's where my PI prowess comes in, I imagine?
We could really use your help, Spinelli.
Yes.
So Patrick doesn't raise a baby that's not his, and so Sabrina doesn't lose him because of the little monster the Britch is carrying.
Does it bother you? Talking about this?
How you're gonna love your child more than anything in the world, no matter who the mother is? It's who you are. Patrick, it's why I'm with you. But I think there's something I need to tell you.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna bring it up tonight, but I guess since we're on the topic of Britt and her baby, Felix and I still aren't convinced that she's telling the truth about the paternity.
You're not.
No. Felix has been working Brad Cooper for information, and according to Brad, Dr. Westport is definitely hiding something.
About the baby.
Yes, and that's not all. Brad said that Dr. Westburn's been getting help from someone else.
Who?
Her mother. Has Britt ever mentioned anything to you about her?
Guilt is a futile waste of emotion.
I know you're immune to it, Mother. I can't help how I feel.
God's sake, Britta. Patrick loves being a father, does he not? Even to a brat like Emma. Just think how superior your child will be. You'll be adding to his joy, not taking it away.
I don't feel guilty about that. Patrick raising another man's baby, big whoop. I feel guilty about the other man. The biological father.
So you're in?
Yeah, I'm in.
Yes. Any chance you can offer a nurse's discount? My budget isn't exactly robust at the moment.
You know, as luck would have it, I find this job mutually beneficial. Sussing out the Britch's treachery.
It starts to roll off the tongue after a while, doesn't it?
It does, yes. Not only helps you and your friends, but it could also lead to Ellie reclaiming the promotion that was rightfully hers.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
The work on this case is on the house.
Oh, my little Schnooky, must keep your guard up and your mouth shut so that no one else finds out the truth. Especially not Patrick.
Brit's never talked about her parents. All I know is that they live in Europe. Look, Sabrina, I've already accepted that this baby is mine.
And every time I feel like I've accepted it too, Felix goes and unearths something else that's suspicious.
Well, Felix is like a dog with a bone.
And he's not gonna let this go.
If you ever need anything in my area of expertise, medical advice, shots, wound care, you name it, I'm your man.
Let's hope I don't need any of those things.
I'm not hungry. You're just worried about losing your job. Ice cream makes everything better. Hey, guys, what's up?
Spinelli here agreed to ferret out the truth about a certain someone's pregnancy.
What? Who's?
Your ex-OB, the Witch of the Westbourne.
Oh, no. I am buying to thank you for filling in for Maxie's birthing class.
Oh, fine.
Being daddy for the day.
I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Besides, it's good practice for that magic moment when, well, if I ever become a father myself.